Well, plenty of Badger players have gone on to do big things in the NFL. Now, Badger doctors may do the same. Jamie Perez explains what the UW School of Sports Medicine will be focused on. Jamie?
Well, the NFL put out a call for research proposals on hamstring injuries about a year ago. Ideas came from all over the world. The University of Wisconsin made it to the finalists. And now we will be part of the leading international research on one of the most common injuries to happen to athletes.
This will be the largest hamstring study ever conducted in the world.
Brian Heiderscheid's work with UW over the past 2 decades led to this historic moment. He will be part of a team of researchers studying one of the most common sports injuries.
Any athletes that are involved in sprinting sports or sprinting-related sports like football, soccer, track and field, basketball, all are going to have these sorts of injuries occur.
$4 million from the NFL will help bring in athletes to study their muscles and work with trainers to analyze player movement, all with the best technology.
And so we'll be using these different movement sensors to detect what that looks like.
All of this will help them understand why hamstring injuries happen so often, who is most vulnerable to getting them, and how to prevent it from happening repeatedly.
Once you have one, you're at a pretty high risk of getting it again and again and again. And that's where, certainly from the NFL standpoint, they want to be able to understand this injury better and develop strategies that are going to help reduce this recurrence.
This research could potentially help get injured athletes back into the game as quickly as possible and safely, something he understands firsthand from his own hamstring injury back in his prime.
Baseball, actually. That was a baseball injury. You know, that distance from home plate to first was never as far away as it was when I was trying to get there as quickly as I could, and unfortunately pulled up with them. And that same exact mechanism we see a lot in baseball players and softball athletes.
The University of Wisconsin will also be working with the University of Virginia, Michigan, and BYU to provide data for the Australian Catholic University and Springbok Analytics in Virginia to better understand this injury in the years ahead. And the study will also provide a roadmap of understanding other types of muscle injuries in the future. The funding for this comes in annually. The first year, they're going to be rolling out the technology and applying them to the athletes. The final 3 years will be data collection of those athletes.